Hello students, hope you all are doing well and concentrating on your studies. Today in this class of EVS 2, we will begin lesson number 7, that is Swaraj First Conquest. Conquest means the subjugation and assumption of control of a place or people by military force. Before we begin our lesson, let's revise what we have learned in our previous lesson, that is, the Oath of Swaraj. It was an oath of freedom by Shivaji Raje. He encouraged his followers to strive to attain their ideal of Hindavi Swaraj, which was an oath refusing to live as slave. The oath was taken in the year 1645 with Lord Raireshwar as a witness. Shivaji Maharaj notes that God thinks that this kingdom should take shape as Hindavi Swaraj. We shall see that God's wishes is fulfilled. Students, Shivaji Maharaj has already taken an oath that he will fulfill his wishes of making a Hindavi Swaraj. It was taken in the temple of Lord Raireshwar in the year 1645. So he moves ahead to fulfill all his dreams and wishes. Swaraj First Conquest. It is no doubt true that Shivaji and his comrades took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Raireshwar. But it was very difficult task. In those days, Maharashtra was governed by 4 different powers. Students, when Shivaji took this oath, Shivaji Maharaj was very young. But he had a strong willpower to fulfill all his wishes of living in a freedom and not living as a slave. But it was very difficult task. In those days, Maharashtra was ruled by 4 different powers. Those were the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, the Portuguese of Goa, and the Siddhis of Janjira. They were powerful opponents and firm in their authorities. No one would dare utter a word against them. Now, student, do you understand how difficult it would have been for Shivaji Maharaj to achieve all his goal? Under these difficult conditions, Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj. There was no comparison between the vast force of the enemy and the handful of Shivaji's marvel. But his mind was made up of his firm resolve, was his greatest source of strength. Shivaji Maharaj had a strong willpower and he was very strong. So he decided to take an oath of Swaraj, but since it was very difficult because in front of Shivaji Maharaj and his few marvels, there was a huge force of enemy that he had to face. Torna Fort. Shivaji controlled the Jagir of Pune, Supe, Chakan and Indapur. All the fort in the Jagir were, however, in charge of the officer from the court of Bijapur. He who controlled the forts also controlled the surrounding territory, and therefore all the talks of Swaraj without the control of the fort was meaningless. A hill fort gave strategic support to the ruler, and Shivaji decided to capture one of the suitable time. For this purpose, he had selected the fort of Torna. It stands to the southwest of Pune in the Kannad Valley. It was a renowned fort, well situated for defense. There were 2 strong marches on the way of fort. The Machis is a fortification of a natural plateau formed on the slope of a hill. One of these Machis were Zungar Machi, and the other Budla Machi. Zunjar Machi, like its name, could offer powerful defense against the enemy. Student Machis is the area where one could easily administer their surroundings to defend themselves from the attack. That is why Shivaji Maharaj has chosen this fort Torna so that he could keep an eye on his enemy and capture the fort easily. The only access to the fort was across the Zungar Machi. It is a very difficult passage with high hills on one side and deep valleys on the other. A careless person may easily lose his balance and end his life in the deep valley. Torna was considered one of the strong forts of Maharashtra. In the fort, there is a temple of goddess Toranjai. That is why the fort is called Torna. Strangely enough, this powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. There was neither enough troops from its defense nor enough ammunitions. Shivaji knew this was exactly what he wanted. He decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of Hindavi Swaraj. Students, Shivaji Maharaj wanted to capture this fort because this fort has Zungar Machi, and where if any careless person could easily climb there, would easily lose his life if he is not careful, because the valley was very deep. And inside the fort there was a temple of Toranjai. Therefore this fort was named as Torna Fort. And this fort was also neglected by the Emperor Adil Shah, and there was not much people to administer this fort. Therefore Shivaji Maharaj decided to capture this fort and to lay the foundation of Hindavi Swaraj. The drums of Swaraj began to sound. With a few select band of marvels, Shivaji descended into the Kannad valley, swift-footed like the deer and lion-hearted. In the courage, they traced to the top and captured the strategic position in the fort. Tanaji Malsure hoisted the Maratha flag at the main entrance. Yasaji Kank, a trustworthy and a loyal companion of Shivaji, posted his guards at important points. The fort was captured almost without any resistance, and the sky was filled with the shouts of Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai. Student, this paragraph is explaining that as soon as Shivaji Maharaj has captured the fort, he had entered into the Kannad valley like deer and lion, swift-footed. And his strategic position has really worked. So Tanaji Malsure has hoisted the flag of Maratha there, and the whole fort there was a sound and shouts of Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai. The first battle drums and pipes if Hindavi Swaraj had sounded, and the echo reverberated throughout the valley. Shivaji named this fort as Prachandgarh. Students, I hope you have understood the lesson so far. In the next part, we will move ahead and complete the second part of the lesson. For further notification, kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you.